Hey, I am back. I haven't been able to post for a couple of weeks because life just keeps doing what life does and throwing things at me that I have to deal with. So I had the opportunity to make a video, but I believe that once again, no matter what happens, we are always where we're supposed to be all the time. And so I got refueled again amongst everything that I'm dealing with to post. And so that's what I'm doing. I am just getting off work about an hour and a half ago. It is maybe almost 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm getting ready for my morning bath. And I just needed to do this. So I'm doing it now. Okay. So I met someone, very nice gentleman, and true to form, I don't know, he's just a really nice human, and he was going through some things, and he just started to vent, which led to a conversation, which led me to tell him about, hey, I've recently just started this YouTube channel, and I think for you to further understand what I'm talking about, check me out, support, and listen to see if any of it resonates with you, and definitely check out some of the links. I think I've only done a couple so far, and let me know what you think. Okay. He watched it. I think he said one or two. He chose the longest one, which I was surprised. And I actually asked him, I said, hey, what made you choose the longest video? He goes, because it was the longest video. And I wanted to see, I wanted to know what you were talking about. I just wanted to hear you. And I said, okay, what did you think? He was like, wow, like, it's really, really deep. Like, it's just put some stuff on my mind and made me think, which I was excited about the answer because that's the goal. But I knew that he wasn't completely wrapping his mind around the concept. And I said, did you understand what I was saying? Do you understand what I mean by choice and law of attraction? He goes, no, I didn't know exactly where the knowledge came from, but what you said just made me think about my choices and what I'm dealing with, whatever. It was just really, really deep. So that got me thinking. Now, I'm aware and do believe that, of course, in what I'm talking about, law of attraction, what comes to us is what's in us. And it took me a really long time to really know what that means. And of course, you all know, after what I've gone through, feel it in every essence and element that makes me, like, I was forced to understand choice on a level that I wasn't prepared to. But since I'm here, I'm saying that to say, I do understand what's going to reach people is what they call for into their life. So I totally get that. But it also occurred to me that while that is also true, people may not have any foundation for any of this, like any of it. I asked him, I said, have you ever saw The Matrix? Like, when I asked him that, I knew the answer. So from that, it occurred to me that while some folks may be interested in what I'm saying, they may not have not one clue as to what the law of attraction is, what the foundation where it comes from, like at all. Like he didn't know anything. And so I thought, I have like pages upon pages of video topics and things like that, but not one on like the origin, of any of this. Because in my mind, I thought at least everyone would know something. Like, you know what I mean? Like it would strike a chord, a note, a hint of, hey, I've heard of this stuff before. But that's okay. I remember in what mental health class was it? It was like the first semester. We actually had to all write a paper and do a presentation on something that we are interested in or we can do well. We had to be able to demonstrate that for the class. And this was still part of my micro braids phase, which I wore micros for about 12 years, and I'm getting ready to do again. Shout out to micros that are making a comeback. Thank God, because I love them. But I did a presentation, and there was a girl who didn't understand when I said part. She didn't. She said, "What do you mean?" I said, well, and I literally had my human hair, and I was like, I had my rat tail comb, my human hair. I even had a little bit of oil, but I didn't use it. I was like the only black person in the class. So I was like, you know what? We ain't gonna hit him like that. We're just gonna, park the little I'm sorry, I just got a text message. And I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. I cannot wait till I get a camera, you guys. So I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb before I made this video, but I am exhausted. And I just got asked to go to another job. Okay, so anyway, yeah, she didn't know how to part. Well, there was, like I said, I was the only black human in the room, and one of the other girls, she was white. She was like, "You don't know what part hair means?" She goes, "No." I said, "No, it's okay." I said, separate it, make the lines. I said, "You see my hair like the lines?" She's like, "Oh, I didn't know how you did that. I'd never seen that. I was like, I looked at your hair even before we did this, and I thought, how does she get those pieces to look like that in her head?" Now, we can go off on another tangent and say that she was on some BS. This other white girl who was in there, and she was like, seriously, everyone knows what part is. And the instructor said, but she said, I'm so glad this is happening. She goes, we have to understand, we are all going to be future therapists, etc., etc. And this is exactly the point. We can't assume anything. We cannot assume. And it's going to be one of the hardest obstacles about counseling. But this is exactly why, because we need to understand that what seems common to you is not common to someone else. And no matter how bizarre it may seem, okay? So I had to say that because, again, I do have mental health training. I do. Okay. So I thought I've gone over this in one of the earlier videos, but it's okay. yet again, I said I will continue to go over and reiterate, because who knows when that energy will find you and where they will come into contact with the information. And it's always good to re-emphasize. You can't do it enough. So I have no problem doing that. And maybe I didn't do it well enough, and I know I didn't do it in this way. So in this particular video, I'm going to just talk a little bit about a few things, but mostly I'm going to make sure I add the links to some websites that I thought explain things. I'm sorry, another text message. Pretty well. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. There's like 3 of them, and then I'm going to drop the link to the movie. Okay, so basically, law of attraction is based on the theory or the science of energy. And so that, like, there's a link that says link to Beyond the Law of Attraction. So I'm going to drop the link to this article, if you will, that says Beyond the Law of Attraction. And it gets into like the laws, the immutable laws. So basically, there are these things, there's laws that are called universal laws. It's the universal laws of the universe. Okay, there's the science behind all of this. It used to be a theory, now they're actually talking about the science of it. Okay, so mutable laws are laws or energies that can be manipulated. Immutable laws cannot, for the most part, right? I'm going to give some examples. I'm going to pause right here, and right in here, I'm going to drop some definitions right here in this video, and I'm going to start it back up again. I didn't think to do that, but that's okay. We're going to be as organic as we can on this channel, and I will drop them now. Okay, so hold on, I'll be right back. I'm going to give like a quick definition that I'm going to post. Okay. Okay, and always remember, don't just look online, watch videos, order books. In college, we always had to cite minimum 5 works in our works cited page. And that's been a minute. I haven't been in college since 2015, when I went back for, what did I go back for at that time? Anyway, I was in Broward. I was had moved up from Miami, and I was living in Sea Ranch Lakes, affluent area in Fort Lottie-Dottie, right off of A1A commercial. But I was living there for a minute, and my friend decided, you want to go back to school? Okay, so go back to school. You love school, so do it. So I think that's what I was doing. I was finishing up my mental health. Anyway, so I say minimum 5 on each topic, but that's just me. Do what you feel you need to do. So yes, I hope that definition of mutable and immutable laws helps. And yeah, well, again, we'll just help get some understanding of what I'm talking about, and give you some empowerment and make you further understand and get how you are truly the master of your universe. You are. You. You are. It's amazing. It's a hell of a responsibility to do this work, y'all, but it's nothing will free you from pain. Nothing will help you use pain for your ascension like knowing what you are. And then all the good things is just gravy, man. It's pretty amazing. Okay. All right. And then there is, I'm going to drop a link for Law of Attraction as well. That'll be, yo, I'm so tired. I did all this talking and didn't even realize that the video wasn't playing. Can't blame a girl. I'm telling you. All right. Anyway, so lastly, I want to mention the movie The Craft. Once again, y'all know I love my references, TV, film. It's just perfect. So I believe this movie came out in either 1995 or 97. Anyway, once again, I will drop the link. It's a great movie. I don't want to give it away. The Craft, kind of get the gist already, but it is a great movie. It is a great movie. It's a great movie. I was around 20 years old maybe when this movie came out, maybe a little younger. I'm not sure. Um, y'all do the math. But this movie, there's a scene in this movie that grabbed me, and I say like grab me, very young. Yes, I have always been aware my entire life that something has been wrong, something was amiss. I will get more into those stories later on, but I wasn't anywhere where I am now. I wasn't where I am now 7 years ago. Lies. I just started, but you know what I mean, right, y'all? No, I'm on a whole different universe now, and traveling. But anyway, that movie, there's a scene where one of the principals, main actresses, and she's standing on the beach, and someone asked her basically about what she was, where she got where she was doing, and they said something about the Bible, and she's standing there on the beach. It's at night, and the wind is blowing, and she conjured up all this energy, and she's like standing like this, and she goes, "This is older than the Bible." And the reason why I bring that scene up is because that is exactly it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is older than the Bible. This is what the Bible is created from, this science. Sorry, y'all, but everything is a science. It's called a science. The science of religion, the science of actual science. Love is a science. There's a science behind decorating. There's a science behind. Do you know what I mean? It's um the law of something, right? The law of something. Okay? This is why I'm talking about this in this video. Okay, y'all? What I'm talking about, law of attraction, quantum physics. Once again, I'm going to keep going back. It's such a broad topic at first, but then when you get the foundation of this, I don't care what you're talking about. I don't give a hoot what topic you are talking about, you're going to be able to pull that all the way back to, oh, da 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 da. We're going to be talking about shoes, shopping, love, hate. You can't escape what I'm talking about because it's everything. You know what I mean? And if you don't, you will if you choose to. But yeah, check this movie out. If you have seen it before, go back and watch it again intentionally, but looking at it through a different lens. And if you haven't and you're a virgin, once again, to all of this, even better, because that programming, you don't have to deprogram. You know what I mean? Which is always cool. I'm definitely going to get back to that topic of money and myself and why I now know how things have manifest the way they have in my life when it comes to money. I am definitely going to get to that probably within the next 3 videos. But for now, once again, law of attraction, we attract what we obsess about. I think I mentioned this before, but one of the things that Devlin and I greatly agree on, even through his severe NPD, and I think I mentioned this too, that I do believe that Devlin is on the spectrum. Again, if you all do not know, the spectrum is of autism. Autism doesn't necessarily mean you have to wear a helmet and you ride the little bus, okay? That's not what I mean, and I'm not making fun. I'm saying that to say whenever you say the word autistic, people think, that's the only way that you can be autistic, and there's not. There's people with severe NPD, like Devlin has, may even have Asperger's. Again, this is all on the spectrum. If you want to know more about that, maybe I will link that too. I'm not sure. I'm very, very tired today, but I may get to that because I do think it's important, okay, to understand that I did not just deal with someone with narcissistic tendency. I mean, this is a man with high levels of severe narcissism. This is real. I dealt with the real, okay? And I do believe he's on the autism spectrum. But again, I'm saying that to say is, even through all of that, he and I both agree that we literally pulled out every fear that we had about getting into our relationship. I never once, we all go, through life as we start dating, and now very, very young, somebody's playing games or whatever. I'm gonna, back when I was young and a teenager was, well, in my late teens, early 20s, it was, leave before you get left type, music encouraged all of this foolery too. But again, another video. It was kind of that, So we all kind of go into things like, wow, this person probably gonna play some games, let me not be all in. Okay, we get that. But I never, ever once, and I have a past, okay? I never once went into a relationship petrified of, oh my God, I hope this person doesn't hurt me. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Because I never felt what I felt with anybody until him. And so that, again, that opposes it. With comes your greatest joy, comes your greatest fear. You know, your greatest love comes even your greatest hate. And we manifested and created, yes, even me. No, I did not deserve what he did, but I created unintentionally the space for disappointment. If that, you know what I mean? Like,